Hey you guys, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I had posted a video on YouTube the other day and it was about frauds and scammers, but I was kind of rushed when I ended it because Brujo walked in and it threw me off. So I just didn't like the way I ended it, and I didn't like the way I looked in it, so I deleted it. But I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna try to remember some of the things I told you guys, and so let's go there. Let's start there. So what I'm gonna talk to you about is scammers. One of the things that I get questions on or stories told is about scammers. There are scammers out there, and I'm gonna give you some flags to watch out for so you don't lose your money and you get the services that you are needing. In the spiritual community, there is a lot of people like myself, and there's psychics, there's intuitive readers, there's root workers, there's spellcasters. It goes by many names, and not all of us do the same things. We are all very different. We all offer different services. They may be similar, but maybe they're not, because we all come from different roots and different cultural magic. So, and like I've said in previous videos, every culture has their own magic. So we're all doing different things, even though it's sometimes quite similar. So one of the things that I want to focus on is, how can you tell? What are the flags? What do you look for? Okay, so on Instagram, where I do most of my stuff, there is a really big spiritual community, and just like in anything, there are people who are not there for your greater good, are not there to really help you, but are there to just get money out of you. And it's unfortunate because it gives people like me and other people who are really out here trying to help you, it gives us a bad name. So I'm going to talk about Instagram, and I'm going to talk about spiritualists in your community, in your town, or you know, around you. So first I want to talk about when you are out and about minding your business and someone approaches you. If someone approaches you telling you, I have a message for you, or something of that nature, or I have something to tell you, that is flag number one. I don't approach anybody. I don't hunt anybody out. I don't seek anybody out. I let people come to me. I think too, when you have people like the Long Island medium and mediums of that nature who have shows that go and you see them approach people and stuff, that's different. I mean, not that I fully am 100% sure anything they do is legit and not scripted, but she's not asking for anything. She's not asking you for money in any way or for you to have services, and she's not telling you you're cursed. So if someone approaches you when you're minding your own business, let them say whatever they need to say. But if they tell you that you are in any harm's way, that you are cursed, that you need help, that someone from the spiritual world is telling you you are in danger, and this person says, I can help that situation for you, I can take away the curse, I can remove it, I can make things better, that is a huge red flag. Okay, so I'm going to tell you some situations that I've heard from clients where they were minding their own business at a public place, and like I think it was a mall. This one particular story was a mall, and she was approached, and this woman told her all these things that sounded quite familiar to her life, and told her about her love life and the issues going on in her love life, and that she had a curse on her, and nothing was going to get better in her love life unless she let this woman do work for her and remove this curse. So that right there is a scam that you guys need to be aware of. And I know a lot of these people who are psychic or tarot readers are very good at what they do. They may in fact have gifts. They may in fact be very good tarot readers and palm readers and whatever else, because that is what they do. You know, when you hustle, you get a talent, you get good at it, you hone in on people, and you know how to read them. They know what will trigger you. They go on your emotions, they go on your fears. So this particular case, this person believed her, and I guess they set up communication, and the end of the story was this client was out like a couple of grand, gave her a couple of grand, and never heard from her again. So these are things that really do happen, that you need to use your instincts. You need to use your gut and your intuition. If it feels wrong, it's wrong. Please don't be giving these people money. So that's one way. They approach you when you're not even trying to get any of that information. You're not seeking it out. You're not trying to do anything. So that's one situation. The other situation is for example, in my city, there is quite a few places you can go for psychic readings. There's different locations, and they're usually in houses with signs that say psychic, palm reader, tarot, whatever. There's quite a few places here in town. And then there's another place here in town that is an actual metaphysical shop, and they have a couple of psychics and tarot readers there in their shop, or you can schedule it. So if you go and you seek to one of these houses where it's their own business on their own, here's some things you need to watch for too. I am a tarot junkie. I've been a tarot junkie since a teenager. I love it. I get a little stupid about it. Of course, the last 5 years, you know, I don't as much, but I have visited quite a few because it's intriguing to me. It's intriguing the way they do it. It's intriguing their system and their routine, and everyone does readings differently because everyone has their own way, and they will you know, even if I do my own tarot readings on myself, it's always good to get another person's perspective if you trust them. We don't often see clearly our own messages in the cards because our emotions play into it too much, and I'll go into that one. That's a whole nother video. But so yeah, so I've learned a lot by seeing all these different people and what they're about. So yeah, so a lot of these, oh, say like the fairs. There's we just had our county fair a couple of weeks ago, and every year at the fair there is a booth, and it's tarot psychic readers, and they're there every year, and it is the same people, it's the same family, and it's a mother and her daughters, and they also have a house, a business here as well. I don't know what they are. I want to say they're like maybe I don't know what they are. Maybe, I don't know if they're Greek or Romanian, or I'm not sure. But they are very good at what they do. They are legit tarot readers. They have gifts. They are psychic. However, their whole shtick, their whole game is to draw you in. So they may see the cards and they may give you a good reading. They may give you a good palm reading, but what they want to do is they want to pull you in. So you're having trouble in your love life, you're having trouble financially, you're having trouble at work. These are all very common problems that people have. We all go through a time in our lives where we have these same issues. You know, we're struggling in our relationships, we're struggling in our marriage, we're struggling at our job, we are struggling financially. These are things they will play at. They see that you need help, and people get desperate. People want to really believe that whatever they have to offer is going to fix everything. And the thing is, those types of people where they are scamming you is they give you a good reading, and then they will offer you services. And they will be very vague on their services. They won't give you a whole lot of details. They will just tell you that they will make whatever you are needing happen, or go away, or come to, or whatever. And they are going to charge you a ridiculous amount of money. It could be hundreds. It could be 200, 300, 400. It could be thousands. I've had clients who have spent thousands because they may charge you 200 the first time, but then they tell you, well, we took care of this, now we need to take care of that, and now we need to take care of this, and this was a problem, and now we have to fix this. And so one service turns into 2 services, turns into 3 services, and then, you know, you want to believe everything, so now you're out of money by hundreds and thousands of dollars by now. The other thing is, if they're offering you something super simple for a lot of money, like this past story I heard was a palm reader at a farmer's market, and she hit the nail with the girl about relationship issues and love issues, and she told her that she was cursed and that she would never find love and she would always be alone if she didn't have this curse removed. Okay? Don't believe that shit when they tell you that. That's just bullshit. But that scares you when you hear these things, right? It scares you, and that's what they want to do. They're fear-mongering so you can be desperate and be like, okay, yes, I will give you this money and do this. So she told her these things, and she said, I will remove the curse I can't remember if it was $200 or $300 for a white candle. A white candle. That's it, a white candle. Like, what kind of fucking white candle and work is going to take $200, $300? Now, curse removing is a lot of work, yes, and it takes more than one white candle, trust me. So it's just, this is their game. This is what they do. So just be careful. Be very careful. I would definitely, if you're wanting to get work done, if you're wanting to go out and seek work done by somebody, do your research, check them out, go online, see what has been said about them, go on Yelp. If it's someone local, I'm sure someone has Yelped about them. See whatever information you can about them. See if they have reviews or whatever. If you're going online to find random people on the web, that's really iffy. It's super iffy. I've done some research just to see what's out there and what pops up, and it's just a lot of vagueness. It's a very fake looking. A lot of the stuff on there looks made up. So I would just be really careful. If you want to get work done, I would also say go where you know there's going to be reviews that can't be fixed. So like go like Etsy. You can find spellcasters and stuff on Etsy. You can. And at least if you go there, you can check out their information and you can check reviews and you can see what people have to say. I would go that route. Instagram, you can find a lot of people like myself. And so let's go into that. Let's go into like finding someone on Instagram, because that's what I'm mostly familiar with, since that's where I offer a lot of my services. So on Instagram in the spiritual community, there's a lot of people. I know a lot of people are amazing and legit and awesome. And there's a lot of scammers. If someone DMs you without you trying to contact them, that's a red flag. If they have weird broken English, if they call you daughter, they call you I don't know, weird names, that's a flag. And if they tell you right off the bat, I got a message to reach out to you because you have a curse, or you or something random, it's a flag. Even if it's relatable to you, even if you're like, yes, I am having trouble in my relationship, and yes, I am having money trouble. Well, you and 9 gazillion other people are as well. So just, if they're reaching out to you, I would immediately block them. If they are like foreign, that's nothing against foreign people, but it's like, the scammers on the phone, it's the same thing. They're just doing it in a different way. So I offer my services through Instagram. That's where I started. You can click on my profile. You can see my services and all my information. You can see past work I've done. I am constantly posting stuff. I am constantly posting about my services. I show my work, and people who have followed me know what my work looks like, knows what my altar looks like, knows what my aesthetic is. So you can kind of get a feel. So if you go click on someone's profile that you're looking at, you want to look at their work and look at their history, click on their profile and check them out. Look at what their posts are. Do they have like 5 posts? Or do they have like a bunch of posts where none of them match, like none of the altars match, none of the work looks the same? I have had my work stolen. I have had my posts of my work stolen and used on scammers' pages. That is not, it happens. It's something typical. A lot of people I know have had the same thing happen too. Like I can look at other workers' pictures and know who it is. You get familiar with stuff like that. If they have like thousands of followers but no posts, that's a heads up. That's a flag. Check out their titles. This is a big thing, titles. I just refer to myself as bruja. I don't like to have a bunch of titles. I don't want a bunch of titles. I don't feel like I need a bunch of titles. It's not important to me. But a lot of people like those things and want to have them and have the accreditations of the titles. But there's some things you need to check out. I think it's things you want to look for is santeros and babaloas and high priestess, high priest. There's a lot of things. If they have a bunch of titles, that's a flag. And it doesn't necessarily mean they're a scammer, but just if they have a bunch of titles and a bunch of weird other stuff, then that's a flag to look at. If they say they can cure you of anything, of any illness, that is a huge red flag. We do not cure. We are not here to cure you. We are here to help you and help you in your situation and help you on your journey. And I do healing work, but I never, ever, ever say I can heal. And I most definitely don't guarantee anything 100%, because I can do whatever you need me to do, but how that unfolds is not up to me. That is up to the universe and the powers that be and spirit and ancestors. So I can't guarantee you a timeline. There is no timeline in magic. So if they tell you they are guaranteed 100% in 2 days, 3 days, that is a huge red flag. Let's see what else. And just a side note is spiritual work, magic, spell casting should never replace medical help. It should never replace going to a doctor. You need to still be doing that. If anyone tells you to stop taking medication, don't stop, don't listen. That's just a huge no-no. If anyone tells you they can cure you of anything, no, don't listen to them. That is not right. That is unethical. And I wouldn't tell anybody that. In fact, just recently, I've had to tell someone, you need medical assistance, you need therapy, you need counseling, you need some help. You have some deep-seated issues that need to be discussed and dealt with. So yeah, those are huge flags to be aware of. It really breaks my heart when people come to me and they tell me that they've been scammed. And I think a lot of it would have been avoided if they would have just listened to their gut, listened to their instincts, and followed it. Because you know when something doesn't seem right. You know when something is off, and then you ignore it. You ignore your instincts. And that is something that, I really try to get you guys to listen to. That is a big part of this journey, is to trust your intuition, to trust your gut. That is spirit telling you, hey, you're being dumb. Listen up. Don't do this. So always listen to your gut. I'm sure, I can't think of all the things right now, because I always jump on these videos and I don't know what I'm gonna say. And so it's probably, I'm sure after I'm done, I'm gonna think of a million other things I wanna say. But those are pretty much the biggest flags to be aware of. Now, I mentioned there's a metaphysical shop here locally, and they have psychic readers and tarot readers. They have 3 or 4 at a time that you schedule it. Now, that I trust. That kind of setup I trust, because that is a shop. It is specifically for metaphysical things. It is a spiritual shop, and they most likely have legit, real good readers there. In fact, one of my favorite readers that I'm close to is there, and I've learned a lot from her. And I guess on this next video, I'm going to end this one about frauds and scammers, but I think on the next video I'm going to talk about tarot readings, psychic readings, and that kind of thing. But I hope you've learned something about being scammed, what to be aware of, what to, your spidey senses should be tingling when you hear certain things or something doesn't seem right. But just especially on Instagram, there's no reason why you should be scammed on Instagram, because there's so many ways you can check out somebody. I gladly refer people as well if it's something that I don't do, or I don't feel comfortable doing, or I don't have time for. There's some legit people that are good and I trust them. And then there's some other people where I'm just like, oh no, I'm not too sure about it. Which really means don't do it. But yeah, you know, just even outside of the spiritual community, you know when an account seems fake. You know when an account is a little weird. So it's the same thing, same rules apply. So I hope you've learned something about it. If you have any questions, always feel free to DM me in my Instagram account, which the link is in the bio on YouTube. I guess that's it. I'm gonna make another video right now. I'm trying to bust out a couple at once, so because I get so busy and it's hard for me to do them. But all right, I'll talk to you guys in the next video.